Singular, brought to you by Moose Meeting and Zambia Catholic University.
Radio Echangelo, restoring everything in Christ with love and truth. Good afternoon, with the main news. I'm Clara Tsenga. The headlines: people disregarding COVID-19 guidelines. MISA happy that media freedom and freedom of expression violations reduced in 2020, and road traffic accidents increase. And kindly be informed that we're also streaming live on the Radio Changelo Facebook page and YouTube channel. And now the news in detail. As the country continues to record an increase of new COVID-19 cases, Chilabomba residents have been speaking on the need to continue adhering to outlined measures aimed at combating the virus. The residents fear that some people have stopped following measures such as masking up in public and washing of hands, among others, which are meant to prevent them from getting infected. Speaking to Radio Changala News in Chilabombe today, the residents are now calling on fellow citizens to take the fight against COVID-19 seriously.
Notumwa kwamuleka fubanza ko enyo okuyenda very public ekifune kirebe fyawo latake abana mubulezi biu corona ayingira kumula kuchenjenda kuchifune 24 days kulishani ubuleta bulanga shawo buleipaya coronavirus
ubulwele bwa coronavirus nabwisa itizirewo and it is a reality. So ifwe pamonga bena chalo bonse tule chingirira twali monefe twapitira mu mwaka wa April 2020 tachali chintu changu kaawe kumwane nemondera bilakono kukirira bombwe pamulwele uwishiryo buliponene walishirya kare ino ntunditabula kwa mwe bantu bose bekala chalo tufuna tule ichindika kwa bulwele obo tule ichingirira ikiwa kwenda enda takile fwale kwa ngamule fwa kwenda ufala baturo to kulikingirira pakanwa abo bulwele bwa coronavirus kyakine bwa iya twashirikisha neteba pano.
Meanwhile, 411 new COVID-19 cases have been recorded from 5,190 tests done in the last 24 hours, with 4 deaths and 146 recoveries. According to the Ministry of Health, the COVID-19 statistics, the cumulative cases now stand at 21,993, with total recoveries now standing at 19,229. Active cases now stand at 2,366. Scores of mourners gathered this morning at St. Joseph Mukasa, Kwacha, Bulangililo Parish in Kitwe to attend the Requiem Mass and pay their last respects to the late Nsaka Shafuko producer and former civic leader Edmund Chisalan Senge. The somber atmosphere characterized the funeral procession for the late Vash Kulumpundu, 77, who died on New Year's Eve at Kitwe Teaching Hospital after battling with prostate cancer for 5 years. Diocesan Pastoral Director Father Matthew Mumba celebrated the Requiem Mass. Kennedy Mbewe reports.
He interacted with as a man of immense leadership qualities. The parish and many couples whom he mentored are devastated by his death. The Patriotic Front in Kwacha constituency says the party has lost a gang leader who was the first constituency chairman in Kwacha before being elected as Bulangililo Ward Councillor.
eba tamakile ichipa ni mwangosa constituency. So eba bombe shizana mwango ichipa cha mwango ya kalanda pakanukusa ingia mwote baada ya tunaongea kosa idea ile tukoselesha yonse katwele kwa mmono kwa position kwa tukoselesha pakakusa kala inisha kwa mmono ni mbati kashito use ndoshi ya kosa idea chini ile chipa ni mwango cha constituency.
And speaking his homily during the recruit mass, the Obsidian Pastoral Director, Father Matthew Mumba, reminded mourners to rely on the promises of Jesus Christ when he said he has come to prepare a place for them.
My brothers and sisters in Christ, we can say the whole day explaining the good thing that this man has done. How many marriages he has done? What things he has brought about? We can write the book, we can do so many things. But the bottom line is, he has made this life work. He has won the good fight.
Thank you very much.
The late Edmund Musenge has since been put to rest at Nkana East Cemetery. MISA Zambia says it is happy that media freedom and freedom of expression violations reduced in 2020 compared to 2019. MISA, however, is concerned with the persistent acts of censorship which stood at 10 in 2019 and 13 in 2019. According to reports compiled by MISA Zambia, the year 2020 saw the media body recording 82 media freedom and freedom of expression reports, which is less compared to the year 2019, which recorded over 100 reports. And over the 100 reports, 36 were severe cases in 2019 and impacted freedom of expression and media freedom. However, in 2020, 17 cases were severe, and these included media censorship, which was the highest number of incidents that violated media freedom and freedom of expression, standing at 10 cases, while the second highest were those of threats to the above stated freedom at 3, and detention of media personnel, which stood at 3 as well. The organization further notes that the year 2020 closed on a sad note as the Access to Information Bill was not enacted, while the Zambia National Broadcasting Corporation and Independent Broadcasting Authority Acts were not revised to make ZNBC accountable to the public through the IBA having authority over ZNBC, as is the case for private broadcast media in Zambia. This is according to the Media Landscape Analysis for 2020 and made available to Radio Chingana News by Media Zambia, MISA Zambia Chapter Chairperson Helen Mwale. During the 2021 New Year holiday, a number of 225 road traffic accidents were recorded, out of which 22 were fatal road traffic accidents in which 28 people were killed. In comparison with the previous New Year holiday of 2020, a total number of 101 road traffic accidents were recorded as compared to 225 road traffic accidents recorded this year, which shows an increase of 124. Lusaka province recorded the highest number of road traffic accidents with 105, followed by Copperbelt with 31, Central Province had 22, the Southern and Eastern provinces recorded 14 each. Luapula had 11, Northwestern and Western provinces with 8 road traffic accidents each, while Muchinga and Northern provinces recorded the least with 6 and 4 respectively. Police says increased movement of motorists to various destinations and disregarding the road traffic rules and regulations may be contributing factors to the increase in the number of road traffic accidents. This is according to police spokesperson Esther Mwatakatongo. Meanwhile, a juvenile has been killed at Christ Domino Church in Chilenje, South Lusaka, after a female driver was heading into the church premises. The road traffic accident occurred yesterday around 11 hours when female juvenile Peace Nalagwe, aged 1 year 7 months, sustained fatal head injuries after being hit by Fales Chiwa, aged 40 of Lusaka, who was driving a Nissan Extra registration number BAF 3328. According to police, the incident happened when the driver of the motor vehicle was driving into the church premises and in the process bashed the child who was playing. The body is in UTH mortuary awaiting postmortem, while the driver has been charged with causing death by dangerous driving. This is according to police spokesperson Esther Mwata Katongo. Two UPND members that were involved in a road traffic accident along the Kitwendola Road yesterday have been discharged from Ndola Teaching Hospital. The two that have been discharged are Party Trustee Martha Mtuta and Sparks Kalinga. Party Deputy Provincial Youth Chairperson Gerard Ngoma is still in a critical condition at Ndola Teaching Hospital Intensive Care Unit. UPND Copperbelt Youth Chairperson Ronald Manninga died in the same tragic accident that happened yesterday. This is according to Party Copperbelt, the spokesperson Lawrence Mwanza. Pope Francis has warned against the temptation to ignore the suffering of others during the coronavirus pandemic. In his Angelus address, using live video broadcast from the Apostolic Palace, the Pope noted that things will get better in the new year to the extent that the needs of the weakest and most disadvantaged are prioritized, hence the need to take care of each other and creation. He said there was need to work together for the common good with God's help by putting the weakest and most disadvantaged at the center. According to the Catholic News Agency website, Pope Francis said there is a temptation to take care of one's own interests during the pandemic. This news broadcast comes to you in the community service of Radio Ichengela with the compliments of Moose Milling and Zambia Catholic University. And now the international news is monitored from the BBC. The Kenya National Union of Teachers boss, Wilson Sossion, has expressed concern over the safety of students and teachers as schools in the country reopened on Monday. He described the level of preparation on coronavirus safety measures as quite inadequate in an interview with the BBC's Newsday program. Mr. Sossion said days schools which number more than boarding schools are disadvantaged as many do not have running water for hand washing. He said the government had not released funds to schools for the purchase of thermometers, sanitizers, and other required items. US President Donald Trump has been reported telling Georgia's top election official to find enough votes to overturn the election result. Mr. Trump told Republican Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger in a recording released by the Washington Post that he just wants to find 11,780 votes. Mr. Raffensperger is heard replying that Georgia's results are correct. Joe Biden won Georgia alongside other swing states, winning 306 electoral college votes to Mr. Trump's 232. Iran has resumed enriching uranium to 20% purity in its most significant breach yet of the 2015 nuclear agreement with world powers. Government spokesperson Ali Rabei told Khmer News Agency that the process started hours ago at the underground Fordo facility near Qom. Enriched uranium can be used to make reactor fuel, but also nuclear bombs. Weapons grade uranium is 90% purity. There was no immediate confirmation from the global nuclear urgency. To end the main news, a reminder on stories that made headlines. People disregarding COVID-19 guidelines. MESA happy that media freedom and freedom of expression violations reduced in 2020. And road traffic accidents increase. And now the weather update. All areas will be cloudy with morning rain, while the afternoon will be mostly cloudy with rain and thunder. The nights will be mainly cloudy with rain and thunder. Heavy rains are expected over Copperbelt, Luapula, Central, Southern, and Eastern provinces. Remember to wear a face mask whenever in public, avoid large groups, and maintain a social distance. Wash your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds in view of COVID-19.